Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. We've got news coming out of T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile specifically, and then a follow-up to the Verizon announcement that was finally made yesterday, and the day came and went. We were a little shocked and surprised by what it was about, so I'm going to get to all that in today's update. Trouble has been brewing at the new T-Mobile as executives and Metro dealers have essentially come to an impasse. Metro Dealers Unity Group, TRX, there are multiple dealers and associations that have kind of joined forces and in an effort to quote-unquote take the gloves off. Trouble lies within the massive changes to the commissions and the compensation restructures and business operations at the company. CEO Mike Cesar and their head retail officer John Fryer, this is probably a huge problem. I think post-merger troubles have continued to plague the company, whether it's the network, retail, consumer enterprise, employees, MVNO prepaid. It's all been pretty crazy. Dealers are essentially fighting for their stores, the jobs of their employees, and overall business operations. Initially, things were pretty cordial and professional. I would have viewed it as just some, a business rift. But the blood appears to be spilling in the streets now. As we follow this story through Twitter and other social media platforms, you see that things are no longer being kept under wraps and everything's kind of out there. All interactions are completely public. Threats from T-Mobile to the dealer groups include legal action, according to the dealers, that specifically being targeted from John Fryer. The claim there has been payoffs to senior account managers. Amongst other things, dealers are calling for a unification at NWIDA_org as they fight for their businesses. Essentially, I think this is probably going to end up as a complaint to the Department of Justice Antitrust, and I think eventually it makes its way to Macon Del Rahim, who did oversee the merger between T-Mobile and Sprint and its concessions. So merger implications galore. The dealers seem to be happy, generally speaking, with the way that things were and how they were structured. The new structures appear to be a real problem, and in terms of the compensation, it's just not going to cut it for the dealers at Metro. Issues with customer upgrade changes. I know one of the things that I saw and I reported on was, going from a 90-day upgrade cycle for a discount on phones to 180 days. The second thing that I also saw was where dealers were getting accessories from a single company now. And, before they were able to leverage multiple suppliers to get better pricing. So that's being changed. Another is the annual customer earnings cap, where they can only make so much on every specific customer and account. Another one is the limited or lower sales commissions. Another problem, 6-month deferred commission payments, so they're not getting much of the pay at once. And the problem with that is if a customer leaves and they're not getting paid, which is something they can't really control anyway. So all changes effective as of 10/1. No resolution appears to be in sight. T-Mobile is not budging. Negotiations and communications were very limited to begin with, and now they seem to have halted. There's a massive monetary blow to Metro dealers and employees. Metro dealers feel they have nowhere to go. They don't feel like they have any options. T-Mobile is not acting in good faith, and the negotiations really don't involve any type of give and take or any type of any type of emotion, no movement. So totally bad situation. I don't like where this is going. I do feel resolutions have to be reached. I'm not going to say whether or not I think that resolutions will be reached, but I could tell you when two sides are in a disagreement and there is no negotiating or there's no coming to the table and giving and taking, that spells trouble. I will continue to follow up on the story. So do anticipate more of this. Technoid will be covering it later in his show today around noon. Follow up there for more details. And he does a pretty good job of coverage, so I would like to promote his video over at Technoid. I think he's launching his at 12 p.m. today. And the last piece of today's news, Verizon CEO Hans Vestberg tweeted Wednesday that a big announcement was coming to the company. And I think he said this was Wednesday, and then he would have the announcement at 9 a.m. on Thursday. So it came and went. And then just before, about 30 minutes before the announcement, T-Mobile actually sent out a tweet and sent emails to the press as a preemptive strike against Verizon. T-Mobile actually anticipated a nationwide 5G announcement, some sort of a DSS, dynamic spectrum sharing technology announcement. And Neville Ray said that Verizon's 5G is the height of irony. He was quoted as saying that they're late to the national 5G party. But actually, the announcement had nothing to do with 5G. It had nothing to do with really the company, essentially. But the Verizon CEO actually was just announcing that he would be leading the CES keynote speech, the opening keynote speech, probably selected because of his leadership, compassion, and impactful changes to wireless. And then Verizon, as a follow-up, responded by saying, quote unquote, and I just paraphrase this, "We understand, if T-Mobile is scared, since they scored so poorly on root metrics, we'd be trying to change the subject too." For those of you that aren't aware, T-Mobile absolutely tanked the first half of the root metrics scores, probably due to a number of issues. There are several factors that impacted it, but we got a zinger from Verizon. T-Mobile kind of showing their insecure nature. One of the things that I've always wanted to see T-Mobile change was the culture about the company. They seem like that's not going to change, and they will continue to do things like this that make them look stupid. Anyways, let me know what you think of this news in the comment section. The voice of the people, the SMT Nation, let your voice be heard. Thank you all for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video and found it informative, please do rate this video, give it a thumbs up, share it to all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new, first time here, consider subscribing, activate that bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. And do check out some of the links in the description box. There's ways to donate. We have the link to the SMT Patreon page, the Twitter handle @SneedTech, where we also do Periscope Lives. And here are some other videos that I did hand select for you all to check out if you're not ready to leave the SMT YouTube channel just yet. Anyways, again, thank you for being here to watch. I am the SMT. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.